Stamford, Connecticut represents the final destination. That is home to the NBC Sports Studios. And this weekend, the world's best Rocket League players. The crowded field began with over 1,000 teams from around the world. Now we are down to a Final Four. Today, only one will take home the title of Universal Open Champion. The finals starts now. Good afternoon, Rocket League fans. If you're just grabbing a snack and sitting down to watch some Universal Open Rocket League Grand Finals action, well, you're a couple hours behind these gamers. They showed up early in the practice room to get their hands on the controllers, warm up, and prepare themselves for the final day of our tournament. Everything is on the line today. It's not just a game. This is for the money. Our first place finisher is going to be taking home $32,500. Not anything to shake a stick at. And as a representation of the honor and the glory and the victory that you can pull out here today, we have our incredible Rocket League trophy. That's gonna look wonderful on the mantle. I wanna take that home. I know you guys have been admiring that trophy for a while, but welcome back to the studio. I'm your host, Rachel, AKA Seltzer. Joining me on the desk this morning, I've got Quinn Lobdell and I've got Wave Punk. And gentlemen, we've seen a lot of Rocket League, but today is for all the marbles. What do you think about these matchups?
All the marbles. For real, can I take the trophy home, though?
I know,
the trophy is so cool. It's so cool. It lights up. It's blue. It's my favorite color. I want the trophy. I don't think I'm good enough, though.
Yeah, you got to earn your way just like everybody else and all the teams. There's just been some fantastic Rocket League. Everyone's been putting their own spin on things. There's been so many different, interesting 2v2 styles, and it's created some of the best Rocket League. I'm betting today's going to be even better.
Yeah, we've had a chance to see some incredible Rocket League, and that's been thanks to our interesting and different rule set. We're playing 2v2 here at the Universal Open, and all of our matches today are best of fives, except for that grand final match. That's going to be a best of 7, and our upper bracket team coming in undefeated to that grand final match, they are going to start with a 1-game win. We've got 4 teams left, 2 from North America, 2 from Europe. And taking a look at the bracket now, we've got a great distribution. Cloud9 and Girls sitting pretty up at the top. And our first round match of the day, that's going to be Complexity and Ghost Gaming fighting for their tournament lives.
You know, when we asked the teams beforehand, like, which teams are you the most afraid of? Well, these were like the 4.
Yeah.
These are the 4 that were
it.
just everybody was scared of. Things like Cloud9, Complexity, Girls, these guys. It's going to be crazy to see which of the 2 teams makes it into the finals.
Yeah, seeing Ghost especially making this huge run from the lower bracket, that's been a big surprise for me. It's been a team that surprised, I think, just about everybody with how good they are in their gritty play style.
Absolutely, and Complexity also has a lot to fight for here because Season 1, they were our 2nd place finishers. They are well aware of their opportunity for redemption here. Let's check out what they had to say.
We definitely have a stronger chance now since that was our first real final ever we played in. And now we have the hunger to actually win it. Because that time it was more like we were excited to just play in the final.
Yeah, last year we didn't really expect to even make it, and we were super happy to be in the NBC finals. And this year it's more like we were wanting to be here, and we want to win this tournament.
Complexity, a team with a ton of tournament experience, some of it in this very Universal Open, and they've had to put every ounce of it to the test because round 1, they fell to the lower bracket.
Yeah, this was not how we expected to see Complexity getting to this point. We didn't expect them to be in the lower bracket at all. They were looking at a team that can make the upper bracket run, but round 1 dropping to G2, only taking 1 game off of G2 there, and now going to be going up against Ghost rather, and one of those teams is going to be going home.
Yeah, can't stress just how much of a surprise it is to see them fall into that losers bracket so early on. Complexity, Season 1, these were our 2nd place finishers. This is a very very strong team here. And most importantly, I think that they might be a little bit comfortable here in the losers bracket. They've made those runs before. And this is a team that in the 2v2 scenario, they're very comfortable on defense. When every team is focused on ball possession, you don't always get to see a lot of the ball. And Complexity is comfortable with that.
But the pass plays from Complexity are amazing. This is one of the longest standing duos in Rocket League, especially on Europe's side. And you can see how often they're able to connect with each other, use that back wall to their advantage, and score.
Right, the Finnish connection between these two players, they are so good with each other. They're always on the same page. It feels like it can be so difficult to kind of confuse either of them because where one player falls, the other one is always there to pick up the slack.
Absolutely. It's been impressive to watch them, and I can't wait to see if they're able to make their dream come true, make it into the finals.
Now, watching those highlights there with their match against Secret, they're going to have to bring that same fire and more against Ghost. Ghost is a scary-looking team. You can see them there already locked into the game, focused, almost ready to play. Let's get to know Ghost a little bit better.
Set up a smoke here.
My name is Traven Robitaille. I go by Lethamir. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Toronto, Ontario. My greatest Rocket League achievement would probably be becoming pro while I'm studying for electrical engineering. My go-to fast food place would have to be Tim Hortons. If I could own any Rocket League car in real life, it would probably be the Cyclone. When I'm not gaming, I like to spend time with my family and my girlfriend. My biggest supporter would definitely have to be my parents. My mom watches every game that I play, and she probably knows more about the Rocket League scene sometimes than I do. For this tournament, it's important to respect all players that we play and make sure that we play them the same way.
My name is Michael Moss. I go by Memory. I am 16 years old from Virginia. My greatest Rocket League achievement is making RLCS on my first try. My go-to fast food place is Chick-fil-A. If I could own any Rocket League car in real life, it would be the Zippy. Should I say the nerd answer? When I'm not gaming, I like to do programming. My biggest Rocket League supporter is definitely my parents. The team to watch out for, other than us, would definitely be Complexity. After I finish my esports career, I'd like to do a job in programming, any kind.
Pretty interesting here that it was a couple days ago we did those interviews, and it was a couple days ago that Ghost shouted out Complexity as the team they did not want to face. Now they're going up against them in the lower bracket.
And one of them is going home. Both these teams dropped round one into the lower bracket, and here they meet. One of them has to leave, and it's been an uphill battle for a lot of reasons, but it's been surprising. It's been uphill, and they've been gaining momentum day after day.
One of the biggest surprises you can see defeating G2 Esports with the 3-0, and you might think that's a big part due to Lethamir, but no, it has been all about Memory. This guy has made a name for himself all throughout this tournament. He's been so fast on defense. He's been cleaning everything up, some wonderful saves, and also some wonderful shooting.
Yeah, he said himself that, oh, I'm just cleaning up what Lethamir does, but to me, it feels like Memory's been driving the pitch. He controls the midfield so well, so many challenges against whatever opponents they're competing against, he would win, and it was very, very impressive to see.
And it's just most surprising because when he came into this tournament, he was definitely fighting off some illnesses. He's supposed to be sick. Can you believe that?
He doesn't look sick at all to me.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been dealing with a 2-week-long illness coming into this event. Was not looking in good shape when we started things off on Friday, but I believe we have Larry down on the floor with a check-in on Memory's condition. Larry?
Hey, Rachel. Yeah, we're here inside of the Players Lounge. You can see some of the players are warming up back there. You got, C9, a couple other people back there. But back to Memory and Lethamir for Team Ghost. And, of course, you mentioned it. He has not been feeling well all week. Things went better for him yesterday. He's got that intestinal virus, if you will. And I spoke with him, and he says, Larry, I'm feeling pretty good. I said, put a percentage on it. He says, man, I'm about 90, 95%. So that's really good news for you Ghost fans out there. Of course, he wasn't feeling very well on Friday. 5 a.m. was not feeling very well. They lost the very first matchup of this tournament. They lost to girls. They did end up winning the next two, and I spoke to Lethamir and Memory, and they both told me, says, Larry, look, man, he got some medicine in him. He's feeling pretty good, and also winning cures all ills. So look out for Team Ghost looking to make another run deep inside of the lower bracket. Guys, let's go back over to you.
Larry, thank you so much. Victory is the best medicine, so maybe with another victory here, Ghost can get themselves up to 100%. And a reminder for you guys, during every match today, we are going to keep track of every player's goals, assists, and saves. And the first time a player reaches 7 goals and 11 saves within a match, they're going to unlock the Dual Force achievement. That's going to be pretty important to keep an eye out for today. Now, Complexity and Ghost Gaming are almost ready to begin, but before they do, we got a quick word from our sponsors.
We're watching the Universal Open together.
And he was in charge of the snacks.
I might have gone a little overboard.
Brisk Dual Force Guava Ginger Limeade, exclusively available at 7-Eleven for a limited time. You're watching the Universal Open Rocket League Tournament, presented by 7-Eleven in Brisk. Check out the schedules and tournament progression at universalopen.gg and follow us on Twitter at Universal Open.
Welcome back, everyone. We are just about to get started. And a reminder, during the Universal Open, more goals equal less hunger, thanks to Soylent. Goals scored so far in the tournament have amounted to the cost of 26,000 meals donated by Soylent to the World Food Program USA. During the grand finals, Soylent will donate the cost of 200 meals for every goal scored. You too can support the World Food Program USA along with Soylent by visiting wfpusa.org/universalopen. Oh man, Quinn, Wavepunk, Complexity, and Ghost are about to throw down for their tournament lives. One moves on, one goes home. Take me into the action, and please don't break my heart.
Oh man, 4 matches left today. One gonna start right now. Ghost versus Complexity. Somebody has to go home. There can only be one champion. Let's narrow it down to 3 teams right now here. All the action coming to you from DFH Stadium in game number 1. Set to go here. Kickoff won by Ghost. Memory up on offense already and taking a shot from Magnus with a block, and Metsinaris with the transition onto offense. Gets a dunk over Lethemir, and we're already off to the races.
Wavepunk, if you had to tell me that Complexity was at risk of going home here on day number 3 before even getting into the upper final, my mind would have been blown. I never would have believed you, but if there's a team that can do it, I think it's going to be Ghost.
Ghost, you give it their all here. Memory losing to 50-50 to Magnus. And Memory and Ghost. This Ghost roster has looked better and better every match we've seen them in, which spells well. Oh man, Lethemir gets in just in time. Metsinaris had a shot there. Spells good news for them, but their competition has been tighter and tighter every time as well. Complexity, the biggest team they faced yet.
That defensive play style between both teams.
Off the post, Metsinaris a shot. Gonna roll into the goal and get the first goal here to Complexity.
You can see Magnus, that aggressive touch there, letting that ball bounce off of him. I think catching Memory by surprise, and he was just stuck there. Nothing he could do, and a good follow-up from Metsinaris. That's a contrasting playstyle or adaptation, maybe a strategy that they've come up with. Instead of playing the normal defensive playstyle, playing a lot more aggressive than what you might normally see from Complexity.
Now on defense, Ghost. In their house. Now back down, Memory. Lofting the ball. Magnus hits the post. Metsinaris in with the follow-up. It goes a bit high. Metsinaris with a demolition on the Memory. Looking for the pass. Magnus is hoping to get this one, but Memory on the wall. Cleared away. Memory now. A flick over one. Metsinaris in front of him. He gets a neutral challenge, but loses it to Lethemir, and now up on the offense, Ghost. Get a boost out of the corner and look to equalize this game. Lethemir. Down the field, Magnus. In his own corner, Metsinaris. Across the half, and now into Ghost territory. Loses it in the corner. Magnus, he'll look to challenge here in the midfield, but a nice touch from Lethemir gets it past him. Now Metsinaris. Solo ball control. It's been a lot of boosts just to get up in the air here. Memory's going to challenge and send it to the side. Lethemir. Gonna wrap this around the pinch from Magnus. A great pinch shot there, but defended well by Memory. And we'll stay at 1 goal here for Complexity. One miss on the backboard. Magnus clears it away. Lethemir, though, in with the follow-up. Can he send it on target? Magnus, a great save off the wall, reading Lethemir's shot and keeping their lead. Metsinaris in the midfield. Magnus towards the goal. Memory will get a clear. Good 1-2 responses here from every team as one team gets a clear or one team takes a shot. Other team being exactly where they need to defend it. Very clean, methodical Rocket League so far in game number 1. Pass across to Lethemir. Has one goalie, loses control, and Magnus will take it away. We'll cross halftime here. And Ghost, without many meaningful shots, there's been a few decent opportunities that were well defended by Complexity, but now the infield pass, Magnus' shot goes crossbar and down. A great aggressive attack, and it's a 2-goal lead.
Good passing play here from Metsinaris, and Magnus just pushing that ball into space and letting Magnus put it wherever he would like. A good punish, actually taking that long shot here, because we've seen Memory and Lethemir just sticking in that goal, playing that defensive play style that's gone them so far in this tournament.
Memory now on the kickoff, looking to find a goal here. He gets it past one on the backboard, and there's Lethamyr, but Magnus pops it over Lethamyr. And now back down the field, he should be able to get the counterattack into the goal. It's a 3-goal lead now for Complexity.
A big mind lapse here coming from Ghost. You can just see them, that huge overcommit there. Memory thought he had that toucher that could have got a goal and would have been able to bring that goal line to a 1-2 margin. Instead, getting punished with 1 minute and 40 seconds left here. There is still time to even up this game, but things are not looking good here for Ghost.
Lethamyr thought, again, down by 2, starting to run out of time. You saw the miss on the backboard. It was a pretty decent opportunity to try and score, but again, it was a very aggressive commitment. They had to make it work, and here they will finally get a goal. Kind of a little bit delayed after kickoff. With 1:28 left on the clock, a good win by Memory sets up Lethamyr.
You can just see that amount of space that Lethamyr has there. He was playing that one very safe.
In response to the last play, a bit them a little bit of miss from Metanaris in the corner, helped him out. And Ghost will get on the board. 1:25 left to go. Looking here for goal number 2, Lethamyr. Holds on to it by himself, flicks it over Magnus. Metanaris airborne, clears it away. Now past Memory, moves into the corner. Memory clears it long ways, forcing the switch in rotation from Complexity. Magnus, 21 touch, Lethamyr's in. Now looking to win it with Metanaris, the win from the Finn. Sends it into the corner. Magnus now back out to his teammate, will be upfield. Metanaris fell back. Lethamyr will be able to move up, carry this into the corner. The final minute of game number 1. Again, we are not in the grand finals. This is still a best of 5. First of 3 wins gets to stay alive here in the Universal Open.
As time ticks down, Ghost here, they need to play more aggressive here and create some more opportunities.
Lethamyr tries to clear out of his corner. Metanaris will follow behind this one and beats Memory in his own game. Back in the middle, Magnus towards the box. 25 seconds left. Memory lost to Lethamyr. Metanaris is going to beat him to it, get it onto the backboard. Magnus hanging back, no reason to be aggressive with a 2-goal lead. Lethamyr takes a shot, but the redirect will be cleared away. Now Magnus past Memory, followed by Metanaris and Magnus at midfield, but the final countdown here, they just keep this ball up in the air, just keep it lofted away. They can just make the clock hit 0. It will be a win here in game number 1 for Complexity, and that shot will secure it. A buzzer beater there to finish off game 1.
No difference here on the outcome, but that's definitely going to be getting into Ghost's head a little bit. A great punish there from Magnus. He has just been an offensive powerhouse all game long here. A lot of aggression coming from Magnus in particular.
Well, the big thing I noticed different today about Ghost from the past 2 days is Memory's midfield control. He had been winning the 50-50s very consistently against his opponents, and here felt like the midfield was very dominated by Complexity.
I mean, we've seen Ghosts in general just be able to limit other teams very well. And I think that respect that they have here for Complexity, we mentioned before, this is a team they didn't want to play against, and you can see it in their play style, the way they position. They trust them to touch the ball maybe a little bit too much. They're not really willing to punish or play aggressive. They're not going for those hard reads that you need, especially if you want to make a 3-goal comeback with a minute and a half left to go.
Well, Lethamyr here put up the 1 goal we saw for Ghost, and he had 6 shots to do it. Only was able to find the back of the net one time. There was nobody on net when he was there. And the few times we did see him shoot, there was goalies. The shots were easily defendable. As you take a look at the highlights, it's going to be just all Complexity all over the place in this 4-1 victory.
Magnus, you see here, this is when he jumps in front of Memory, and that's the aggression that I was talking about. Just getting in the way of that midfield control from Ghost and not letting them do what they would like to do. And there, that was an incredible save from Magnus. He goes for that hard read. And this pass here between Mets and Magnus, there's that teamwork we love to see.
Yeah, that was about the best shot we saw from Lethamyr the whole game, and Magnus had a great defensive play. And you mentioned it before the match started that Metanaris and Magnus very comfortable on defense, and something they can rely on. Once they have the lead, they can just hunker down, just wait for you to give them opportunities. They don't really need to score. And again, in 2v2s, kickoffs so deadly. If you can just avoid having kickoffs happen, if you can just survive a kickoff and then just continue to play, just continue to go, you'll have a good opportunity of taking the victory. And there you can see people supporting them. Memory's father and Metanaris' girlfriend happily watching on, hoping for victory for their respective rosters. And Metanaris here in the zone, ready to take the victory, hoping and just itching to get into game 2.
It's been just such an interesting strategy here coming from Complexity, considering they've been slow out the gates almost every day of this tournament. And here we just see such a contrasting performance from them where immediately they do not want to let Memory and Lethamyr get off to a good start.
Ghost going for a quick kickoff goal, but not getting through the front line. Complexity, that'll leave Complexity. The first extended offensive control, a great touch from Metzenars, and they'll actually be able to finish it off. Nobody from Ghost was able to get there, maybe a bit low on boost, and that's Complexity again with the lead.
You can tell he caught them by surprise, immediately going for that jump. Memory did not think Metzenars would be able to get another touch on that ball, but because that touch was so close to his car off that backboard, that self-pass, Memory didn't expect it and creep forward a little bit too far there. A good punish from Metzenars.
Memory now with a loft on kickoff. Lethamyr looking for an opportunity, and Metzenars just hightails it back to goal. He makes the save, a well-defended kickoff goal. We don't often see here, actually, the teams defend kickoff goals well, but a great recognition from Metzenars to make sure that they keep that one-goal lead. Lethamyr now through the air to take another shot, and it'll go wide.
Such an impressive save that was. I don't know if you saw, Metzenars' car was turned backwards there. That really limits where he's able to go to make the save there. So great read from him to be able to position his car and orient it properly.
Complexity. We've mentioned their defense a few times, and they're a great example of it from Metzenars. Here he holds onto the front lines. Magnus moves up and transitions into offense. Gets past to one now onto the wall. Going to look to see if he can get it to Metz. He comes through on a pass from Lethamyr, actually. Continues it on Memory. To the air a bit, but the space given by Complexity. He's able to ground himself and get back out on the offense. A response in the corner from the boys in blue. Send it across Metzenars here with a shot at a relatively open net. Shot goes wide. Memory will take it off the rebound.
This is a 2v1 situation. It's going to be dangerous. Can Let's get the bump?
Ooh. It looked like he would have, it looked like Magnus would have been able to block that one, but no, it was moving backwards too quickly, and Memory gets the goal.
The momentum of that ball bouncing off the backboard, that's what lets Memory go immediately for that quick touch here. And Magnus, he's just forced to move there because Lethamyr's doing a great job bullying, bumping. He knows that if he stops for whatever reason to try and make that save, he's just getting a face full of car.
Magnus really had it. Interference from Lethamyr. Solid shot from Memory. Quick, aggressive attack. Tie up this game. 3:25 left to go. Metzenars now into the corner. Memory challenging. The ball's back out. It'll be Magnus there first. Now into the corner again. Memory up to midfield. Lethamyr with the chase. Over the top of Magnus. He'll rotate and allow Metzenars to move into the corner. Who wins the challenge with Lethamyr. Metzenars in particular, his challenge game has been very strong in these two games. Magnus now. Out across. Beating one. Lethamyr on the retreat. Another win for Magnus, and Metzenars has an open net to shoot at. He's not going to miss. Complexity takes the lead back.
This goal stems from a miscommunication here between Memory and Lethamyr. As Memory was rotating back right before this replay started, you could see both him and Lethamyr approach the ball, and Lethamyr was expecting a pass here, but that pass didn't happen. He started to move forward and realized, oh no, I've got to turn around there. Just the smallest miscommunication there, and Complexity are able to take advantage of it and turn it into a goal.
Very neutral kickoff, but Lethamyr comes out with it into enemy territory, and he'll look to set up Memory here. Metzenars managed to pick up his own boost. We'll roll it past Memory. These solid 1v1 plays, consistently beating Ghost in their own half and making just a nightmare to transition on the offense here. Memory now looking for the ceiling plays, challenged early by Magnus, and then Metzenars with the transition gets the goal from midfield. A 2-goal lead for Complexity.
Good eye here from Metzenars, taking the shot quickly, but Lethamyr maybe playing a little bit too passively, just expecting Memory to do too much here. I'm not sure why he was positioned so far off to the side there, but you're never going to be able to defend your net being so laterally. That's just, I think, expecting a little bit too much teamwork here in this 2v2 format.
I think neither of them expected the interference from Magnus so high in the air, challenging that ceiling shot very early on. Metzenars just so in sync with his longtime partner. Be able to move up quickly, make the shot. Magnus beating Memory once more. Lethamyr, a soft touch to the side, but he's going to be playing into Metzenars' hand. He's able to play on the wall. Keep Metz from being too aggressive, but Magnus now back on the field. Memory into his own corner. Magnus plays it back, forcing Memory to make awkward touches, and Metzenars gets it underneath him. Now left to Lethamyr. The fake for Metzenars sends it back into the middle, and Lethamyr will challenge it, send it laterally up to midfield. Magnus keeps the siege going, but the aggression avoided for now. Here goes defense. 1:45 on the clock, a 2-goal lead, and a 1-game lead in the series here for Complexity. Metzenars Holds onto this ball, the flick over one. Memory falling back in time. Can he get it out of his goal? He pitches it off the post, but it's not enough as Metzenaris follows the ball every move along the way. And a 3-goal lead now for Complexity.
A wonderful flick there, but really, that was an impressive save that Memory was able to make. Unfortunately, it was just not enough here, and this is kind of the mispositioning that's been plaguing Ghost all game long here. Just seeming to stick in that no-man's land area where they're neither able to defend the net nor challenge the ball effectively.
And kickoff goals, something that is every team has benefited from at times here. Memory going to put in a shot pretty quickly. A great flick there. And it's a kickoff goal of sorts. Took him some time, but great, just beating both players.
Able to keep that ball on top of his car as well with limited amounts of boost that you mentioned. Coming straight off the kickoff, that is no easy feat to do. Memory, he does not want to give up so easily.
Those beautiful dribbles. And now a 2-goal deficit. And they bring it back down to 1. Lethamir here from midfield. Moving up, Magnus, a better challenge. Good back flip from Lethamir to block Magnus's movement. Lethamir dropping this one to Memory. Shot from midfield. Magnus has the save again. The defense in goal has been impeccable here in Complexity. Magnus now down the field. Shot is wide. Memory will pick it up. He crosses his own net. Metzenaris up to challenge. Moves underneath the ball. Actually goes for the back pass here. Magnus will need to get it away from his own net. In the final minute, Complexity maybe starting to show a few signs of weakness. Possible comeback here for Ghost. So the shot goes from Memory there to the other corner. It's just high. And Magnus will follow into this corner. Lethamir just a step ahead of him so far. Finally, Magnus gains some ball control. Gets it past one. Tries to flick Memory, but Memory just falling back. He'll pick it up. Send it above his own net. 30 seconds remaining. He beats out one. Just has Magnus in between him and the goal. Sends the shot high. Magnus again, the beautiful defensive plays on the retreat. Moving away from their goal. So difficult to do. And with 20 seconds left, onto the backboard. Lethamir out of his corner. He needs a goal quickly if he wants to win game 2. He can't even win a 50-50 against Metzenaris. Magnus wins it again. Memory makes the save, but is it enough? No, they'll put in one more. A 3-goal lead again. Complexity running away with this.
This is just such an impressive play here from Magnus, who's been all over the field, constantly able to affect this play, and those saves, the transition to offense, it's been something else.
Game 2 going to be going Complexity's way as well. And as we head into game 3, Ghost with the task of reverse sweeping the runners-up from Season 1. They have a lot on their plate. They're going to want to use this break wisely to reground themselves and change up their game plan. As soon as this ball hits, we'll be done with game 2. Did a great job keeping it alive. Good job, boys. There we go. Finally, that's going to be Complexity taking game 2.
Great performance here from Complexity. They are coming out strong, and scored a bunch of extra goals there for our Stolen promotion as well. Good job, guys. We've actually got Larry down with the team girls, Scrubs and Greasy. Some thoughts on the game?
Yeah, hey, Rachel, we're back here in the Players Lounge where the players, of course, where they warm up, and we've been talking with these guys. We got Greasy Monster and also Scrub here from girls. And guys, you got a big game coming up in that upper bracket against C9. What are your thoughts heading into that matchup?
Feeling confident, as always. I think it's going to be a close game, but I feel like we can edge it out.
All right. Scrub, what have you been doing back here? What do you guys do in the middle of games? How much scrimming and how much labbing do you do getting ready for the next opponent?
Well, we've just been practicing all day, you know. Played against Ghost and Complexity, right? So just been scrimming all day.
Pretty confident, Greasy Monster? How confident? What's the level of confidence?
On a scale from 1 to 10, like 14 maybe.
What would it mean to win this next matchup and solidify yourself into that grand final?
I mean a lot. Really motivated us to win the whole tournament, so yeah.
All right, you're here to win the money, right?
Yeah, feeling good.
All right. Guys, they're feeling good. You got girls, 2 guys, actually girls, right? Greasy Monster and Scrub. Guys, let's go back to you. They're up next.
Oh, the girls are laying in wait for their future victims in this tournament. But for now, we still have Complexity and Ghost fighting for the opportunity to maybe face them.
A scale of 1 to 10, she's a 14. Ready to go. I'm excited. Love Greasy Meister always. But game 3 inbound, this one, it's all about Complexity, and it's all about Ghost here. They lost games 1 and 2. They need to find a way to win game 3. And right now, they've been able to get into enemy territory. The mid-game has been a little bit back and forth. It really seems like it's the shooting straight on the net that has just been, they don't know what to do. How do you get through Magnus when he's able to save on a retreating defense your shots from midfield?
It can definitely be disheartening just to see such incredible saves over and over again. But I think one of the big things that Ghost seems to struggle with is the 50-50 game, where we saw them so successful yesterday against G2, knocking out one of the favorites to win the tournament, a total powerhouse. They just haven't been able to do it today. Losing possession of the ball over and over again, it's just Complexity already comfortable on defense. Now what happens when they get offense non-stop? It can be difficult to deal with.
Difficult indeed. And in the first 30 seconds, we've already seen a few creative shots here from Ghost, and they just run into Magnus every time. It must be so demoralizing when you do win that midfield game, when you are able to create shooting opportunities to consistently run into stalwart defense here. And Complexity, essentially one goal away from those lower finals. This could be it. Memory makes the save. Lethamyr needs to extend the play, but Metznaris beats him to it, drops the ball right back down. Memory plays it to the side, gets it to the goal. A great clear on definitely low boost, with a follow-up from Magnus back towards the goal. Lethamyr gets us out to midfield. He'll beat Metznaris, send the shot towards the goal. Can Magnus get there in time? No, finally, Ghosts finds the lead.
This is some of the directness that you were speaking about. This is the shots coming from Ghost, not being successful enough, but here, seeing Lethamyr go up early and baiting in the defender, he risks no 50-50 there just by going for that shot as soon as possible. Well done here from Ghost.
First minute, come and gone in Ghost. First step on what is going to be an epic comeback. They have to get this lead, they have to maintain it now. Blocking a ceiling shot from Metznaris. Magnus. Now in his own corner. Doubly challenged here. Memory moved in from midfield. Magnus able to roll it up onto the wall, avoid any challenges, gets the double tap too. Holy cow, Magnus ties the game.
Magnus, are you kidding me? The touch to control it on that wall, and you see, he just positions that ball perfectly, that pass off the backboard and down on in. That angle, that was not an easy angle by any means.
Not an easy angle. Double retreating defense, couldn't do anything about it.
All that work from Ghost just nullified by some individual excellence here from Magnus.
Well, now Metznaris, he beat one. Magnus back onto the backboard, and Memory will play it away. Memory's backboard play has been a very reliable part of the Ghost strategy this entire tournament. Bump on the left, and puts him into the corner. He'll get the boost starve, but Metznaris gets the clear. Able to pick up midfield boost. From Magnus to Metz. Midfield passes up onto the backboard. Metznaris goes up, brings up Memory with him. Magnus now up, but Lethamyr had the challenge. He went up early. Metznaris, the bumps in net, I believe. I think Memory got cleared away.
There was indeed a very smart bump here. If you pay attention, look at Metznaris here. He spots Memory and knocks him out the way. The best part about this is Memory was going for boost to go for that ball. He has a limited amount of boost, so not only does he get knocked out of position, but he loses all that boost as well. There's no way he's going to save that ball.
Metznaris got the bump and the shot. It's not very often that happens. Usually one player bumps, the other player shoots, but here he gets the bump and gets the goal. And now Complexity, they have everything they need to sweep Ghost in the lower bracket, stay alive in the tournament. This is a scary place to be for Ghost. Looking for the linebacker, plays it, actually works. What was Magnus doing out of goal?
Lethamyr here doing a great job actually zoning him out. Pay attention. Magnus, he goes for the boost here, and the second he sees Lethamyr, he's forced to just jump as soon as possible. But because he went for the boost, he's taking that long route back to goal. He won't be able to stop Memory, especially with Lethamyr in the way there. Smart play from Ghost to even up the game.
Smart but dangerous play. They send a blocker upfield. Magnus beats him. Oh, they get the kickoff goal. Ghost comes back.
They just don't want to lay down for it here off the kickoff right away. Magnus, he should have pushed that ball a little quicker back towards his own net. But unfortunately, I just don't think he expected Lethamyr to play so aggressively there. We've seen them play so defensively. That's a good change-up, a good adaptation to make.
Well, that aggressive cheat up there from Magnus. Got beat out once. And it cost them the lead here. Now Lethamyr coming down. Magnus will challenge. Memory up. Take a shot. Great placement. Metznaris pitches it off of his own crossbar, and Magnus' challenge isn't good. Lethamyr puts it in, and now a 2-goal lead for Ghost.
I was in absolute awe at the save here from Metznaris. You can see he's just waiting for that shot, getting it off his own crossbar as well, and Magnus.
But it hits off Magnus' butt, back out in the middle.
Booty a little bit too big there.
That's a hard one. Hard to position yourself to know, because again, like you said, such a crazy save. But here, Complexity now down by 2. Half the game still to go. Plenty of time to come back into it, but Ghost starting to look good. They get it past one, Lethamyr up. They'll find Memory here on the wall. Magnus moving before Memory can get his bearings. Lethamyr now with the clear to the side. Carrying himself. They'll look for the ceiling plays. Going for the carry, he has all his boost with him still, but Magnus, great challenges in the air all series long. And now the challenge over the top. Magnus should be able to tap this one, and nobody misses on the roll upwards. Metzenaris now here with the whole net to shoot at. Great placement, and it's a 1-goal game.
That's wonderful placement, and it looked like it was going to be difficult because Magnus' touch here, bouncing so high up there, that becomes very difficult to defend. But the distance it came up off the wall here is what allows this place to happen, and such excellent positioning. Shooting back across the goal where the defenders are coming from, that makes it so much more difficult to defend.
They have to turn a full 180 degrees to make the play. Lethamyr was already loose in net, very difficult save to make, and now Complexity coming back. A 1-goal deficit. Magnus and Metzenaris here to make the challenge. The shot is wide. Magnus' touch, he doesn't have the boost to get there. I believe the ball is wide. He'll be able to play defense. Still a close one there. Counterattacks reminding them of what Ghost is capable of. Can Metzenaris do what he does? The solo double taps on both sides for Complexity, and they tie up the game.
I don't know what these guys eat for breakfast. This is crazy. This is no Wheaties or anything. This is something unbelievable. That shot there, Metzenaris, he catches it midair, bounces it to himself off that backboard. And these are not just typical shots they're scoring. They're putting these in the corners.
They're placing them well, forcing Ghost's defense to be perfect. They're anything but that right now. This Complexity been pulling out the solo plays. And now a tie game. Ghost back to the drawing board. They have to find a way to score. Magnus down the field. He's got one in front of him. He goes for the flick in memory. He'll send it to the side. Metzenaris lurking in this final minute. Super comfortable with this tie game. He's got 3 games to work with. Ghosts can't afford to lose one. Past one. Memory up high. Into the corner. Desperately needing this goal to stay alive in the tournament, but the bumps are coming through. He gets a demolition on Metzenaris that'll open up some breathing room. Lethamyr moves in, gets 1 hit and 2, lofting it into the midfield. And Metzenaris back down. Then over to the side, Magnus pass 1. He'll hit that corner. It'll bounce favorably for him. Can he drop it in? Lethamyr makes the save. They're not quite out of the woods. Both players a little bit confused, and Metzenaris, he'll just watch this play happen. So he lost it again. Magnus will go airborne, and Memory got there first. Gets it away. Metzenaris now looking for the dribbles. He gets dunked on by Lethamyr. Is it in? It is! Ghost, they have a life here.
This is incredibly fortunate here for Ghost. A good challenger from Lethamyr. Look at that read there. Metzenaris, he just makes that 180 turn, but it's not enough there. I think opting to control that and bring it back to your own half would have been the safer play. But with 15 seconds left, scoring a goal, we've seen some heroics here coming from Complexity, but there might not be time.
Magnus beat him. He beats him on 1 as Metzenaris there. Everybody's out of boost. Magnus gets up and Memory wins the challenge. Metzenaris now into the corner, over the top of 1. You know Lethamyr's got nothing in the tank. Metzenaris looks for the demo, but it wasn't there. Magnus will roll this up the wall as Metzenaris there to make the shot. He's airborne. Everybody's up, but it should touch the ground. It hits a favorable bounce, and Magnus misses. Ghost on the brink of elimination come back to life and win game 3.
Such an incredible match. We were just able to witness. So lucky. The amount of shots here alone coming from Metzenaris and Magnus, 12 shots, and a significant amount of those were not by any means your normal, typical 2v2 shot. Those were some, they got to put those in the highlight reel, man.
Those were incredible stuff. That last goal to give them the win from Lethamyr, a little bit of favor, but also just the wherewithal to be on top of him. It looked like he redirected it with a ballpoint pen, just the smallest of margins there that he got the win in this game.
Yeah, we saw Ghost, especially Lethamyr, made that goal line save against Magnus' shot at the very end, and the pressure from Lethamyr. It might be very discouraging to see when a team is able to not only make that 2-goal comeback, but also to perhaps take the lead. And we see Lethamyr, he just takes the risk. He says, you know what, let's do it. You can see right here, it begins with Magnus. Look at this shot, it is incredible.
They do this another time. Metzenaris scores a similar shot later on in the game. 9 goals scored in this game, a great game for the Soylent Food Drive we've been doing. But oh my goodness, Metzenaris, it looked like they had this one taken care of. It looked like they had it in the bag. I believe, if I remember correctly, they had a 2-goal lead at some point here, 4-2. But then they came back, and oh my goodness, Ghost making a game out of it.
I believe it's 2 or 3 of their goals actually came back from just Metzenaris and Magnus not really giving enough respect to Ghost and not opting to control the ball in their own half, just pushing it, nudging it slightly, slowly, not expecting that aggression. And when they shot so many, like right here, do you see that? He just controls the ball with that 180. He has no momentum pushing into that ball here, and Lethamyr just in his face, ready to dunk that ball on in. That has to be some emotion for the parents and girlfriend to deal with. That is not easy.
Yeah, everybody rooting for their respective teams here. Close series here. Especially if you're a fan of Ghost right now, there is no room for error. You have to win over and over again. They got game 3, but now game 4 as we move in, it's the exact same story. One win for Complexity knocks Ghost out of the tournament.
And when you look at Complexity and how they were playing, it was incredible to see some of those shots, but typically teams struggle to do that game after game. How many games are they going to be able to replicate those incredible shots? After some time, I think if they're not able to close this series out right here in this game, we might see some trouble here for Complexity.
We'll see what happens. Game 4. Ghost need to find a way to replicate that success. A kickoff goal could help, but Lethamyr sends it to the side. Gets the demolition on a Magnus. It's all up to Metsinaris here. Lethamyr look for the flick. Metsinaris gets up high. Defends it away. The respawn Magnus will get the transition out. We're off to the game. In the corner. Memory. Rolling this one high as Magnus moves back. Metsinaris moves in, and Magnus will look for an opportunity. The play, can he double tap this one too? Looks for the drop down, gets it out to Metsinaris, and they'll score. Complexity with the team plays, using the backboard, setting up conditioning Ghost with the double taps last round, and then this time going to the passes.
You can see Lethamyr, it's a smart play for him to go up to that ball as soon as possible, and Memory positioned well to make that save, but a wonderful shot there from Metsinaris. Great placement there. That backboard has just been wonderful here for Complexity.
See if they can keep using it. They have an early lead here in game 4. Now Metsinaris versus Memory. Strong touch gave Memory ball control. He got the clear. Midfield control. Complexity. Now they able to find it. He's going to fall back. Oh, and that shot drops in the far corner. Lethamyr's long punt will actually tie the game.
You can see here, Magnus, he's struggling with boost. There's no boost there in the corner as well. He needs to go directly for this. Just a very, very fortunate result in that 50-50 here for Lethamyr. But a great punish. If you don't have the boost, if this team is playing aggressive, you keep going for those 50-50s, and you know where to challenge the ball, when it will go towards the net.
Lethamyr on the follow-up, unable to put the target on net, but Memory finds it. Great aggressive play off of kickoff, and that's Ghost with the lead.
You can just see this turn here from Memory. He immediately goes for this shot, something that Magnus might have been expecting, and Lethamyr jumps in front of Magnus here, limiting his ability to defend the net.
I believe Memory got the boost in the corner, knew he had the highest boost in the game, and he could play super aggressively. And it gives them the lead they desperately need here in game 4. Now Magnus up, looking to tie up the game. Onto the backboard, Memory should be able to make contact, and he does. Back out to the corner. Now, on his hood, the flick over 1. Magnus with the challenge in the clear, around his corner. Lethamyr with the response back in, but Metsinaris lofting is very high, a great clear at midfield, bringing a lot of boost off of Memory here and winning the challenge in midfield as well. It's all up to Lethamyr as it comes off the backboard. There's Magnus, tries to play underneath. Lethamyr able to put enough contact on it to send it away from the goal. Metsinaris back across the net. Memory this time with a response, and Lethamyr to continue the play onto the backboard. Magnus airborne, and he'll slam it away. Metsinaris now, the transition over 1. Open net, but Lethamyr gets back in time on the defensive rotation. Metsinaris' shot a bit wide, and Memory will clear it. Beats Magnus in the midfield. Now Mets down to the corner. Magnus up onto the backboard once more. Lethamyr starting to expect the backboard play, starting to live there a little bit more, and trusting Memory to make contact. 2:56 left on the clock. It's the 1-goal lead for Ghosts. Magnus onto the wall. A miss in midfield. Memory some space to work with, but Metsinaris a great challenge and a bump onto Lethamyr. Magnus' shot is wide. He's going to need a follow-up. Can he get there? No. Lethamyr grounds himself in time and gets back in the way.
That was a difficult shot there from Magnus. He had no boost to make any adjustments. He had to get that perfect touch there off the bounce.
Right here at halftime, Ghost got the win in game 3. Game 4, looking good right now. But a 1-goal lead in doubles is absolutely nothing. Here comes Lethamyr looking for that second goal. Tries to put it underneath Metsinaris, gets the hit, and Memory finishes it off. A great kill in front of the net and a finish from his teammate.
We've seen a lot of these 50-50s coming from Lethamyr. He just takes the 50-50 in front of the net. If that ball gets killed, it is still in an incredibly dangerous spot there for the defense.
Now 2:16 on the clock. 2-goal deficit, Complexity. Team not unfamiliar with being down and having to come back, having to play from behind. Still in the lower bracket. Their room for error is starting to go away. After losing game 3, now on game 4, we're Ghost to win this, which they're looking set to do. We'd be into a decisive game 5, effectively a best of 1. A bump in net, Memory's up to take the shot, but it'll go high. Metznaris waits for the second touch, he'll pick it up, pop it on his corner, and get it over the top of Lethemir as well. Now Magna's up, he can take a long booming shot. Metznaris looks to interfere with Memory, but doesn't find him. Memory gets it out to the corner. Now Magnus versus Memory. Tries to get it past him, a great read there from the rookie, all the way back down, up onto the crossbar. Metznaris, beautiful pinch to send it away. Mets gets a pass to 1, into open field. Memory has a response onto the backboard. Metznaris sits in net as Magnus challenges in the corner. Wins 1, Lethemir now with a shot, and it brought out Metznaris. He expected Magnus to win the second touch as well, to hold on to ball control here, but no, it goes straight to Lethemir. Metznaris out, and a 3-goal lead for Ghost.
That's a significant amount of power he was able to generate in that shot, especially considering how slow Lethemir approached that ball. He just timed it perfectly. A pinpoint perfect shot there coming from Lethemir is going to punish that dead man. The dead man zone, the positioning there coming from the defense.
As we get into the final minute of game 4, Ghost looking more and more alive. Magnus in the corner. They'll need to find Metznaris. They have to find 3 goals here, and the pass works out down the field. It's wide, and Magnus will have to find a follow-up, but Lethemir's there first. Now Metznaris up, taking the shot, and Memory will easily save this one away. Magnus sends it to the side to block the breakaway goal. But now, through the air, Lethemir into the corner. Wraps down towards the goal. Metznaris has a response. Lethemir right back into the box. Nobody's home. Magnus makes it back just in time, and out to Metznaris, but the touch is soft to the side. Knoblong, 38 seconds left and down by 3. Ghost, they took game 3. Game 4 starting to look imminent. Lethemir wins another touch. That midfield control starting to come back when they need it most. Lethemir wins another one, can't put it into the goal, but Memory is there and puts in the 5th goal. 4-goal lead now with 22 seconds. Game 5 inbound.
For Ghost, it's just been a matter of learning the idiosyncrasies of complexity, wondering how do these guys like to control the midfield? Where can I punish them? And we've seen complexity. They try to control the ball just about every touch they get, and now they've been punished for it as Ghost just really turning up the aggression, and a great fake there from Memory.
Beautiful plays. And the kickoff indicative of Ghost's method of winning, taking control in the midfield, not allowing any of these 50-50s to go in Complexity's favor. And as the clock expires, game 5, where Complexity won the first 2 games and looked like they were about to sweep Ghost, we'll go into game 5, Ghost looking for that reverse sweep and to continue on here in the Universal Open.
Such wonderful play here coming from Ghost. Those adaptations, we saw them struggle really to kind of put their spin that's made them so successful on this game, and now it just seems like Complexity almost doesn't have a chance. It felt like they were lost in the water there.
They both had to put up a savior medal just to keep the goals at where it was. 12 shots came through from Ghost. Such aggression here. And my goodness, just when they needed to. And the thing is like the point leader for this game also is Lethemir. Memory has been the story up until this point. Memory has been playing so well, but Lethemir coming alive for Ghost when they need it the most. So we take a look at the highlights. Memory and Lethemir all over this highlight reel.
The 50-50 game was huge for them all game long here. It started off with some more backboard plays here coming from Complexity. That's what they were so successful in games 1 and 2. But this is where we saw that transition here coming for Ghost. That first toucher coming off of a 50-50, and it felt like the 50-50 game just never stopped here for Ghosts.
And they continuously won, got a few kickoff goals. That first goal to tie things, so maybe a little bit of fortune on their side, but still they ran the scoreboard up, and it wouldn't have mattered if the goal had been different. That kill from Lethemir, absolutely beautiful, and Memory just had to sink it home.
We've seen that all series long, all tournament long here from Ghost. This is just more of the same from Lethemir. It's like those predatory instincts. He just had to hone them in a little bit. Took him 3 games to get started, but you know what? We're going to game 5 right now. At this point, coming in so hot, these guys have the momentum on their side.
Lethemir has done such a great job adjusting in games 3 and 4 to zoning out the defense. Do not allow Complexity to be comfortable in their own box. Just get in their face, just get in the way. We saw the goal where he was able to just zone out Magnus in the corner and allow Memory just to dribble all the way. And these guys sitting here waiting for the results of these matches.
Girls and Cloud9, excuse me. That will be coming up next. The upper final, both those two teams, so scary. Whoever moves on through here between Complexity and Ghost, they will be waiting to see the loser of that match.
And the winner of this game going to be waiting for the loser of that one. But right now, it's all about Game 5. Complexity versus Ghost. Winner of this 5-minute round moves on in the Universal Open. The loser goes home. The kickoff goal, possible here for Memory. Can he get the flick? No, Metsunara sends it away, but Lethemir in with a response. A bump onto Lethemir will open up some space here for Complexity. And again, that midfield control. The ultimate midfield challenge, kickoff, being won out by Ghost.
You know that Complexity is so comfortable on defense, but in those kickoff situations, it doesn't matter how comfortable you are. You have no boost. You are out of position. That is a scary moment. Good work there to be able to prevent that early lead there from Ghost.
So far, Complexity has done a very good job getting the early lead in these games. It didn't matter in Game 4. That was the only goal they got. Things are starting to look very much like Game 4 already here in Game 5, with Ghost having a lot of ball control and winning a lot of challenges. Magnus finally wins one with Lethemir. Memory in net. Magnus tries to bait him out, goes for the fakes, doesn't get it over the top. He does. Magnus by himself, dismantling the entire defense, and Complexity's got the lead.
Look at this creativity here from Magnus. He fakes the shot there. Memory, the pre-jump, there's nothing he can do about it. And Lethemir, he tries to go for the bumps, and that would have been okay had Memory stayed on the ground. But that just the one mistake there from Memory being punished so well there by Magnus.
Can Complexity hunker down on the defense? Turtle up the way they're so good at. Magnus demolished will actually spell defeat immediately. A tie game. And again, the zone plays, making Complexity uncomfortable in their box, sees Ghost score.
Something we really haven't actually seen coming so much from Memory. It's mostly been Lethemir who's positioning himself aggressively, going for those bumps and those demolition plays here. And so that's just got to be something to stay aware about.
And watch from coming in, but the thing is, if you're thinking about players attacking you and not just thinking about the trajectory of the ball, that just immediately weakens your defense. They're already in Complexity's head. They've already done their job. But now 3:43 left to go, and we are no closer to figuring out who's going to move on in this lower finals. Lethemir, this is a challenge, but the follow-up from Memory's there. Another demolition onto Magnus. Lethemir pops this high, looking for the waterfall. Can he get it? No, Metsunara sends it away, and Memory sends it to the side. Magnus will have time to respawn, get back into the play, and they'll avoid having that demolition affect anything.
That's wonderful defense. Those waterfall plays can be so difficult to deal with, because as that ball crosses the crossbar, you need to get a good touch on it.
Anybody home? Was there a bump somewhere that we didn't see?
Just solid 50-50 play here from Ghost. Metsunara is the last man back, and Magnus right there next to him. There's nothing he could do about it.
I think Metsunara knew what was happening. Oh my goodness, what a play there, but that one there.
That is going to be the dual force achievement unlocked with 7 goals and 11 saves there for Memory.
And you can get a 2-for-1 deal on Brisk Beverages exclusively at 7-Eleven there, because of our benefit from Memory here, but Metsunara is on the other side. They will not go away. Complexity ties up the game.
And Metsunara is immediately going to punish that from Memory. That is such aggressive play there, because that first touch from Memory, it was not very long at all, and you could just hear that roar, that emotion from those players.
It's that Viking blood, man. Eric, they get into this game. We can hear him over here on the desk too. It's always fun, and it motivates me. Lethemir now up on the wall, off a kickoff. 2 goals apiece here in this Game 5. Looking for the air dribble. Metsunara takes it away. A savior medal for Metsunara here before halftime. Game 5, or a lower round 3 matchup. Metsunara is double committing with Magnus. The clear works out for him. It did leave the net wide open. Now Metsunara is up on the front line. Is Lethemir. Gets to Memory. Now back to Lethemir. Dribbling it up the field. Gets it past 1. Metsunara airborne will play it away. Giving it back to Memory. Shot towards the goal. Saved. Now Metsunara back down the field. Shot towards the goal will be good. And that's the lead for Complexity.
such smart play here. This is creative here from Metanaris. He gets that solid 50-50, but being able to win that with both Ghost and Magnus, his teammate, going for another 50-50 right in front of him, that's a scary moment. When you see your team commit for that same ball here, Metanaris, he had the faith, he had the trust in himself. They had positioned properly to win that ball.
Oh, Memory had a great touch here, looking for the goal, but can't find it. Metanaris takes it away, and now he'll look to extend it. Gets the response on kickoff. Aggression on both sides, and it pays out for Complexity.
You can just see more of the same here from Metanaris. This 50-50 play, what plagued them in the previous matches, they've turned around and made this their strength.
They started to take personal responsibility in these engagements, not rely on their teammates to bail them out, but just win the battles at the ball. 2:07 left to go. And now a 2-goal deficit for Ghost. Metanaris out of the corner, trying to pick up one, but getting bumped by Memory underneath. Magnus will roll it over the top of Lethemir, but he dismounts the wall quickly and actually screens for Memory as he comes down. A clear from Magnus out to midfield. Lethemir picks it up. Onto the backboard. Metanaris will look for the rebound here. Magnus up on top of him as well. Very aggressive positioning here for the Finns as they try to get it through the goal, but Memory sends it to the side. 1:41 left to go. Magnus demolished enemy territory, but Metanaris turns around. It's him versus Memory. Who has the most boost? The shot from Metanaris defended by Memory. What a stare down there in front of the box.
I cannot believe what just happened there. Lethemir, he gets the demolition, but as a result, he ends up also bumping that ball away from Memory, who had control. He could have made that counterattack happen.
Now Magnus on the wall. Memory carrying it across the line, and Lethemir dropping down. Metanaris puts it high. And Magnus watches. Memory onto the corner. Lethemir lurking in midfield, looking for opportunities to pass. Lays it back up, and Magnus responds. Back across midfield. Memory back away. Final minute of Game 5. And all the work on Ghost's shoulders. They go for the zone on Magnus, and he's not really making the best of saves. Metanaris goes up. He was a little bit scared Magnus wouldn't be able to make the play, and it messes up the rotation. But Magnus just holds onto the ball control up high for so long. Metanaris has plenty of time to reposition, and it won't matter. Now Lethemir through the air. Starting to run low on boost. Metanaris will play it away. Be able to get the corner as well. Memory losing the challenge in midfield. Magnus up, gets it past Memory. Just playing it into empty corners. The name of the game right now for Complexity. 30 seconds remaining, and it's all up to Ghost. They have to play a Rocket League. They have to get the ball down the field and score. All Complexity has to play is hot potato. Just keep it away from them, and they're actually winning the game while doing it. Sending it towards the goal.
What a save.
A great save from Lethemir. He needed that so badly, but Magnus is happy just to keep it up above. And does he get it? He gets a double tap, and that one will be the finisher. 8 seconds left, and it's gonna be Complexity taking the win.
And you can just hear these powerful screams of joy, yelling in victory. Complexity is Magnus. What a wonderful shot. These boys are so happy. So close to being knocked out. Brought to Game 5 in almost a reverse sweep. They had flashbacks back to Season 1, definitely in that final.
They nearly get knocked out here by Ghost. They give it their all, but in Game 5, Complexity comes alive and stays here in the lower bracket to move on.
Absolutely, guys. This is how you know that we have reached the pinnacle of Rocket League 2v2 talent. These games are so close. These players are adapting in real time, and we are seeing impressive plays and an impressive take on the game of 2v2 Rocket League.
It was amazing to watch. Complexity, it looked like there was, games 3 and 4, it was starting to get out of hand. Ghost made some great adjustments and really started to win that midfield game. It really did come down to the midfield game. While we saw Complexity maybe scoring some more flashy goals, the goals were simply just after they had gotten those opportunities, making use of that in enemy territory. It was about that midfield, and holy crap, it went back and forth.
And we know that those wonderful shots there, that can be the difference between a good team and a bad team. It's just that on that day, a player making excellent shots. But how long can that last for? Doing that so early on in the series, you know, you start to run out of gas, no more left in the tank, you know. But they were able to just do that in the very end of the game. And you can see through these highlights we're about to see here, just how Complexity was able to make this happen for them.
It was incredible. Magnus in particular shined in this game, getting the fake there on Memory. A beautiful play to get that first goal for Complexity. But the responses came through from Ghost early on. It wasn't until the end of the game that we saw Complexity start to run away with things.
We saw so much of that 50-50 gameplay. That's kind of what became the most important part of this match between Complexity and Ghost. Whoever was able to win those 50-50s and pull the other players, the other defense out of that field, that was the big difference maker between the two of them. And they they traded back and forth success in that 50-50.
It was beautiful to watch. The pass plays here were so important, and sometimes openings on the offense as well, but they made use of every opportunity they had, were able to get the goals they needed, and complexity moves on in our bracket.
But shout-outs to my boy Metsanaris. While we saw so many early heroics there from Magnus, we saw Metsanaris struggling at 50-50, and Metsanaris, he just became such a god in those 50-50s, continuously winning that ball for his teammate, even with his teammate completely out of defense and with Ghost on his back as well. He was able to pull off some crazy, crazy plays.
It was poetic that the last goal was a double tap from Magnus as well.
Oh yeah, just a little beautiful cherry on top of the cake. A note for Ghost, they're not going home empty-handed. They're taking home $8,000. So congratulations to them on a battle hard fought. They can rest now and finish up that recovery there for Memory. And I do want to say, you know, it is so impressive. We have Metsanaris' stats here, and I just wanted to shout this out. 12 goals, 13 saves.
Oh my goodness.
This man never stopped working.
So many. And the numbers are always a little inflated in doubles because there's less players to pass it around compared to threes stats, but still 12 goals in a series, that is some massive amount of work to be doing.
That is a lot of goals and also a lot of meals, I'm sure, thanks to Soylent. That's going to be great. Those guys, really, I was so impressed by just the teamwork they were able to maintain. Even under the midst of a reverse sweep about to happen right in front of them, they were just able to come back. It was such a big adaptation between both teams there. It was fantastic to watch.
All right, well, let's take a look at the Grand Finals brisk bracket now for a quick update. Complexity there moving on in the lower bracket, still fighting. They've been doing it this whole tournament, fighting for their tournament lives in every match. Fortunately, they don't have to do it too much longer. We are getting closer and closer to the finals. And when we get back from this quick commercial break, we are going to have an interview with Complexity, our winners in the match against Ghost, and see how they feel about their chances going forward. Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the Universal Open Rocket League Grand Finals taking place in Stamford, Connecticut. Taking a look here at the Long Island Sound and the beautiful day going on outside. Well, we are inside the NBC Sports headquarters grinding away. You're taking a look at Team Complexity. Our winners from the first match of the day, our lower bracket match over Team Ghost. And I do want to thank these guys. All the players today have given us a little special audio access. We had the opportunity to listen in during that last match. So let's check out what they had to say to each other.
Woo! Come on! Nice ball. Yes! Nice! Vittu mitä hyvää!
Metsanarius, Magnus, thank you for that. I need a little Finnish translation there, if you could. I'm going to throw it down to Larry with an interview with our winning team, Complexity.
Yeah, we got the winning team here, Complexity, moving on. And guys, look, you were up 2-0 in that match there. They won the last two, but you guys scored the last 4 goals in that 5th and deciding game. What was the difference for you there?
I mean, the 2 games we lost, they had really good kickoffs, which gave them the pressure on our side most of the time, so we couldn't handle the pressure and they got easy goals. We were struggling on 50-50s, but on the last game we realized we need to take it slow, just take space, take the ball from them and keep scoring.
All right, Metsa, we just saw you there. You know, translate to us, PG style, okay? What did you say in Finnish? And that was pretty exciting, what you just displayed.
It was pretty much really bleeping good.
So you were pretty excited about the play, right?
Pretty excited.
All right, guys, coming up, you got the loser of C9 and girls. What will you be doing? Will you be back there scrimming, labbing, or will you be watching, or will you just be focusing on yourselves?
I mean, probably eat something, watch the game, see what they do. Rather face Cloud9 so we could have a European final.
Oh, are you on board with that? Who would you like to face?
Yeah, of course, the European final all the way.
All right, good stuff, guys. We're gonna make this right. Handshake for you, and a handshake for you. And also a pat on the back as well. Complexity, moving on, guys. Back to you, Rachel.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are having fun over there. I got to keep that fun up throughout the rest of the tournament because they work so well in concert. Let's talk about all the great goals that were scored that match. 43 total goals from that last match. That is a lot of Soylent here, and we're at 218 goals total for this weekend, 43,600 meals donated by Soylent to the World Food Program USA. You guys at home, I know you love to help out. You guys can head on over to wfpusa.org/universalopen, chip in and help donate some meals to that World Food Program USA. Now, our next match is just about to get set up. We're gonna have Cloud9, we're gonna have girls, and I want to, oh yeah, we're gonna get a chance to pop in on them. Here's our teams just about getting set for this next match. Greasy Meister Scrub Killer coming out of the player room. I like that they're smiling. They're changing smiles with Cloud9. It looks like it's gonna be a friendly match here, but a lot of money on the line. Want to move forward to that final match. Grand finals, they are gonna be throwing down in just a few minutes. We'll see who moves on undefeated as soon as we get back from this commercial break. Stay tuned.